You've spent months trying to think of a digital product idea. You're scared of picking the wrong one or the one that doesn't sell. But what is happening is that you're looking at it from just one lens. The whole process actually needs you to look at it from four different lenses. And this four lens framework is known as the FIND framework, which is what I'm going to dive into today. So let's jump right in, learn what it is, and learn how to implement it using AI so that you can have your profitable product idea within the next 30 minutes. Let's go. Hi, I'm Tejal, and I have created 15 plus products in the last 5 years, and each one of my products was based on one of these four principles that we are going to unveil today. So, the first of these four principles is the F principle, which is find what people are searching for. Now, what happens is in our day or 2 day lives, whenever we come across any problem, we simply go to Google and search it so that we can find a solution to it or we can find the answer to whatever we are looking at. But what happens is Google and other tools store the data of these problems that we are searching, and this is the data that's going to help us find what people are searching for online, wherein we use one of these tools. There are a number of tools out there that you can use for the same. I'm going to use the one called answerthepublic.com and show you how it's done. But there are other tools like Uber Suggest or also ask.com, which is something that you can use as well. I'm going to quickly share my screen and show you. So what you need to do is go to this website like answerthepublic.com and enter your email ID to log in. It would need that for you to for it to give you certain number of free searches. You can either utilize all the free searches that are available, sign up for a free trial, or use multiple tools with their free searches to get more data in case you need that. But be mindful of the keywords you input so that because the searches are limited in free options, you are able to make the most of all of these tools. So what you're going to do here, I've logged in already, is go and search your keyword. For the case of this video, I'm going to use interior design as an example and simply search that. When now I've already done it so that it saves us time, and this is what came up when I searched interior design in the English language. I can also search in different countries like India. Right now I've searched in United States, but I can change India and get the data for India as well. Now what I want you to see is how it looks. So this is everything that this tool gave me based on what people are searching for. This is from search engines, this is from AI models, social media, shopping, all of these, basically the keywords that people are trying to search for, the different kinds of prompts out there that people are searching for, simply organic keywords, search modifiers, questions. If you go back and see, all of these questions are out there. These are the questions that people are searching for on different search engine platforms to solve their problems. So this will give you a host of data as to what problems people are actually facing when it comes to this particular interior design topic. Likewise, you can do it for different topics, or if you want to go deeper into one topic itself, you can search for more keywords around the same. Similarly, you can use Uber Suggest, or you can use tools like alsoask.com. Now, this was the first way of doing it. You can also utilize the second way, which is much more exhaustive and simpler for you, considering it will be done by AI. We'll be using two different AI tools for this purpose. Don't worry, I'm going to give you the prompts as well. Basically, we're going to use ChatGPT and we're going to use Notebook LM. Even if you haven't used either of these, it's super simple because I'm going to give you the exact prompts that you need to utilize to get the most out of the AI to do the research for you. So what I'm going to do is basically open ChatGPT and paste this prompt right here. This is a prompt that you'll already get inside the video description. So you can simply copy from there and just enter it for a quick search. Now what happens when you do that is it will give you all of these links that I asked it to give in the prompt that I've utilized, which we are going to utilize later on. So when you're using this prompt that I gave you, all you need to do is change this. Basically, I'm using interior design for home as the topic. You change your topic according to your niche or your interest and then utilize this prompt. That is the change that you need to do. This I've done for interior decor. Now what I need to do from the output that I get here is to simply copy all of these links. Just the links, nothing else, because the other tool that we're going to use is this one, which is Notebook LM. And in this tool, what I'm going to show you need to do is just using the links that we just got from AI. Okay, so what you need to do right here is go to Notebook LM and then create a new notebook here. Once the notebook opens up, let it load. You will select links here, websites. So select this and here you have to paste all of those links. So basically what we're doing is all the links that we got from here, we just copied the links and we have to then input all the links right here. just the links. In case you add any text that is not a link, it will not let you insert it, if you see here. So I cannot enter any other text, just the links, and I will insert, and I will let it roll and load all the resources, source resources for you right here. Now what you're going to do is let it load all these resources. Yeah, all of them will have a check mark like this. Once all of that is done, then you'll do the next step. Right now it's still loading, so I'll just copy and keep my prompt while everything loads. Cool. So once it has loaded all these source information links, I will simply go here and paste the prompt. Now this prompt is again the Notebook LM prompt. I will have it for you in the description. You can simply copy it and make changes here. All you need to do is change this particular thing. Here I'm searching for interior design for homes in India according to your niche or interest or target audience or where they're located. You can change this, and once you just copy this prompt, make your necessary change and just enter. Let it summarize everything from you from the resources that you've just given to it. So as you can see, it has loaded everything. It is giving you audience categories, problems per audience. Basically the prompt is structured to give you all of that, the different kinds of target audiences you can choose from, that is new home buyers, middle class families, overseas clients, etc. Then the problems per audience that it realized based on these sources, which is basically for new home buyers, these are the multiple problems they are facing, along with how dense is the problem. So basically higher this number means it has had higher searches across all the data that we give it to it. Then there is middle class families which have different problems, overseas clients have different problems. So all of these problems it will give you. Then it'll also give you a structured table based on the prompt, which will tell you the audience category, the problem, the frequency of the problem, and an example quote or thread reference. So basically the problems that are high frequency, you can pick something from them based on who you want to target. That is what this prompt will give you. It gives you all of this information. It also gives you the problems, overall ranking of the problems, and this is really helpful. So once you have all of this data done by different AI tools, all you need to do is study this and then decide, make an informed decision based on who is it that you would like to create content for and the product for, and whose problem you'd like to solve and which problem you'd like to solve. So this is like a host of data organized and put in front of you for simplified decision making. Now if you see on the left, on in all the sources, some of these have these kind of symbols. What it means is tools like Reddit or Quora don't give you access uh, to them and their data using ChatGPT, Claude, Google, Notebook LM, and all of these tools. So in that case, what you can do is utilize the platform's own AI. So Reddit has its own AI, Quora has its own AI. All you need to do is go there and ask that AI to purge this data for you and give it to you. For that, again, I have different prompts for you, like the prompts that you can use on Reddit or Quora. In the description below, you can simply go to their AI, copy and paste, and use those prompts as I have shown in the description. And then the data that it gives you, you can paste that data right here. So after this analysis is done, you just paste that data here and ask it to combine the data and give you a final verdict of final problems that are highlighted. So basically that's an additional step you can do to also get the data from the sources of Reddit and Quora in case there is something missing out right here. Now you've got a ton of perspective, but what happens is people don't buy everything that they are searching for. There might be hundreds of different problems that they search and get a response there, and they don't need a paid solution for it. So it's crucial for us to know what is it that people are purchasing, where are they putting their money, what is already selling out there, and that is exactly our next principle, which is to inspect what's already selling. But the best part here is, in terms of what is selling, you don't have to make any guesses. Marketplaces like Amazon, Etsy, Udemy, all of them, etc., like there's so many others, give you a lot of data on what is out there and selling. So what you need to do is simply go to one of these platforms. I'm going to show you how to do that with Amazon. So I'm going to go to Amazon and just input my keyword here to see what is out there. So what I need to do is scroll through and find the ones that have a lot of reviews, like this one, that tells me what are the things or what are the products that people are actually buying and leaving a review on. And the second thing is, I would also recommend reading the reviews, the good ones, the bad ones, so you can find out what are the gaps that are existing in that space that you can fulfill with your own products. So this exercise you can do on a host of different marketplace platforms, including Amazon, but not limited to it. You can use Etsy. Etsy has a ton of different digital products, and hence hundreds and thousands and lakhs of reviews that you can read from and understand what is it people are purchasing. Similarly, you can do it on Udemy, Coursera, multiple different marketplace platforms. Now that we already know what strangers on the internet are searching for and already buying from the first two principles, we need to get deeper and get closer to our own circle of people, because they're like a live feedback system in our lives. And that is what the third principle is all about, which is notice what people around you need. Now, the best way to do that is to jump into your existing audiences if you got one. Like, if you have an Instagram following, even if it's a personal private account, and you have a couple of 100 people who follow you, likewise on Facebook, on other platforms, LinkedIn, this is an audience of your people who already know you and trust you. So they want to help you out. You're not talking to strangers on the internet, you're talking to people who have already chosen to follow you by some connection or the other. So basically, you can use tools like Instagram polls or question stickers on your stories, or polls in your LinkedIn posts, in Facebook groups, all of these different places, to gather again a lot of data on what is the problem that is more persisting in people's lives who are your target audience, and what troubles them most, what disturbs them most, what are the underlying problems, or the overlying issues that these problems are causing, things like that. And if you're really confused about how it's done, I keep doing it on my Instagram, so you can connect with me on Instagram, check out my stories periodically. I often do these polls and question stickers which help me get deeper into the problems that people are facing, so I can then lean on that and create solutions for them. Now, all said and done, up till the third principle, you may have a ton of surface level knowledge about the problems your audience faces, but now you need to know about the deeper underlying feelings of how they feel about these problems that are out there in their world. For this, what you need to do is identify 5 people in your closest network. No, it's not random people on social media, it's your cousin, it's your ex-worker, ex-co-worker, or a person from your workplace, or your family friend, or your mom's kitty party friend, or basically it could be anyone out there who you know directly, that is one-on-one relationship, or through someone like your mom in that case that I was referring to. So first or second degree connections, who are your ideal audience? Talk to 5 of them and ask them questions around the problem related to this niche, like interior design I'm using in this example. For example, if I have this niche and my friends are getting interiors done, so I would connect with them and I would ask them questions about the problems that they are facing while the process was going on, beforehand or after it got over. And I would analyze to go, and I would want to go deeper in these questions that I'm asking them. Like, if they're saying something, how does it make it them feel, or why is that so and so, and things like that. It will help you uncover things that you can't find directly by just going in for finding what people are searching for or buying. These are feelings that you can utilize in your marketing, and these are feelings that will help you actually get the sense of what is wrong out there and what you can correct and how you can help people. So make sure you don't skip it. 5 is a minimum. If you can talk to more people, do that, but talk to at least 5 people. You'll be surprised to know that people love to help. They are more helpful than you think they are. The real power of this fine framework is to see how it converges and works well together and gives you like a clear winner. So all you need to do is, for any product ideas you might have, any zones of interest you might have, you just follow this find framework and you can create this sort of a table. You can also have AI do that for you, or you can do it manually. Like in this example that you see on the screen, there is meal planner for Indian moms, AI prompt pack for freelancers, and kids activity book. Let's say these are the different 3 things, and I applied the find framework on all 3 of them. So now how do I decide as to what to build or skip? Is, if I have at least 3 greens, minimum 3 greens. If I have 4, awesome, but if I have at least 3 greens, then I can choose to build it if I want. But if it is lower than that, like in this case, I will skip it. So if I have these, both of these as 2 options to build, I can choose literally anything that I'm more interested in to build. But my only criteria here is that out of the find principle, I need to have at least 3 out of 4 that are green for me to take this forward. So pick one product idea today, run the entire find framework on it, and come back in the comments and tell me what you found out. By the way, if you already know which product you should be creating but don't know how to package it so that it sells, then go watch this video next. I would love to see you there.